minutes of the previous meeting.
Move to accept.
I'll second.
And a second. Is there any discussion of the minutes of the previous meeting? All right, we have a motion to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. The consent agenda. Does anyone have anything they want to remove from the consent agenda?
Seeing that, I'll move to approval. Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Thank you all, and that is a lot of it. All right, regular agenda.
All right, the first on the regular agenda is...
Actually, I think Representative Land has suggested that we take up the solid waste program rules first, and she has a motion.
Okay.
Thank you. I would move a preliminary objection on the rule FP 2024-74.
Second.
Do you wish to speak to your motion?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. We have received a very, very large amount of testimony raising questions with this rule. There are questions that were raised both about the specifics and how it relates to the safety that's done not just in this country but around the world. There's a question of how it relates to the existing rules as well. We have also heard questions about the process and which voices have been heard, how it's been recognized, and basically how public input has or has not been listened to. So I believe that there needs to be some more work to make sure that all of the concerned voices are heard and that we understand exactly what this rule change will mean, not just for our landfills, but for the people of New Hampshire. And so more specifically, we can object on the condition of this being contrary to the public interest, about not being responsive to the public need. We have received a decent amount of testimony that suggests that. And I'm not sure if I need to run through all the different issues on the preliminary objection.
You need to explain the
Yes.
reasons for the preliminary objection, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to comment that there was vast amounts of comment, and the explanations on how it was addressed are extremely technical, and it didn't seem to me that many of the commenters who came back and complained about the rule really understood how the comments were actually addressed. There's also the issue that these rules are much more protective than the existing rules, which have been extended for as long as we're in rulemaking, and are what is now currently being used to evaluate, I believe it's 2 landfill applications. And if we drag this out any much further, it's possible that the landfills in question might be approved on the 10-year-old rules rather than the new rules, which are more protective. And I don't believe that's what anybody wants. So I'm going to support the objection and hope the agency can come back with some more accessible information. Senator Bragg?
My only question is to the staff is if there is anything else we need to waive, any of the deadlines or anything to accomplish this.
No, the preliminary objection creates a 45-day period for the agency to respond, and after that, JLCAR has a 50-day period to respond to that.
Yes, but
It extends the rules.
But after some discussions with other people, I think it's likely that they would be able to come back with some answers for our December meeting, and we could give it a fair shot, and that will also give us a chance to read a bit more of the testimony. Any other comments?
Just to be clear on the objection, so you are objecting, according to public interest under JLCAR 40301A2 and 40301G?
Yeah.
And are you also objecting under the legislative intent issue surrounding the purpose statement?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'd like to concur with Representative Leon's remarks and the chairs as well.
Madam Chair.
Okay, anyone else? Representative Whitley? Oh, Senator Whitley, excuse me.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm wondering if the committee wanted to hear from members of the public who were here. I know this is an issue that people care deeply about, and I wonder if we wanted to hear from them.
The members of the public have submitted large quantities of written testimony that I don't believe much of the committee has actually had a chance to digest yet. And we will, if necessary, we'll talk to other people on the, at the meeting when the agency has their response. We have heard enough of the public testimony to be concerned about the rules, and that's why we're objecting.
Madam Chair, has there written testimony been submitted by any of the parties that are coming here today?
Yes, you have some right there in front of you.
Yes, so over 500 pages of testimony were submitted to our office. I have reviewed those. I have some here in my stack that I just received today before the meeting, which have not been reviewed, but they will be added to the file and added to your meeting packets online.
Thank you.
Anyone else have questions, comments? In that case, the motion is to preliminarily object to the landfill rules, the 800 rules, and those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to getting a response from the agency. Okay. All right. Back to education. Before we hear from the staff on this, I want to make it perfectly clear that this is not a public hearing. We have received, again, vast quantities of public testimony, which has been considered by both the committee and the Board of Education. And I also noticed